to episode 308 of the Various and Sundry podcast. I'm your host, Matt Harmon, joined live from the Vault Studio, the beautiful campus of Grace College and Grace Theological Seminary, by my good friend, my colleague, my co-host, and the man who has mastered changing diapers, John Scott Sloat.
I don't know if mastered is the right term. I'm becoming quite proficient.
Proficient.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you noticed an increase in your speed at the process?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely increasing speed for sure.
Okay. So,
although she is growing, and so that provides its own challenges, right?
Yes.
She's getting longer, bigger diapers.
And probably more active as well.
Yes. Volume has definitely shifted.
Well, and just wait till they get old enough where they really start to
fight you
over the whole process.
And she's got she came out pretty toned, so she's got some strong legs to her.
Yeah.
And that's been problematic in some moments.
Indeed. So we are in here on the Monday before Thanksgiving, back into our regular recording slot here. It's been a bit of an adventure this fall with between my travel schedule, your travel schedule, your wife having the baby.
Yep.
It's been a bit of an adventure.
Although baby came on a Wednesday, so that
which she could not have timed that any better. I mean, let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Mia there.
Yeah, good job.
Way to sort of, speed the process along. Like, oh, it's Wednesday. I better get moving here.
Yeah.
Dad's got a podcast that he's going to record on Monday.
She could have waited another month, but
Indeed. So, what's on tap for you guys for Thanksgiving?
Oh, let's see. I'm smoking a turkey.
Okay.
So that's usually on me, and I love doing it. So
all right,
that's a good time. And the turkey turns out good.
Yeah,
it's a good turkey recipe I got going.
Okay, special rub on there.
So I brine it for 36 hours.
All right.
You ever brine something?
I have not.
Okay, so basically you submerge the bird
in
a tub of salt water with some other spices and things.
So you baptize it.
More like drown it.
Well, it's already dead.
Yeah, I suppose baptizing implies, I think, a submerged beneath the water and then an immediate come out of the water.
I see.
This is submerged for 36 hours.
So maybe it's a Catholic baptism where they go into purgatory for some undefined time.
Yeah, 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I do that. Then you pull it out and you pat it dry. You stuff it full of apples. Have I never walked you through this before?
No.
Okay.
No.
And then you cover the outside in an olive oil and brown sugar rub. And you just cover the whole outside of it. You put it on the smoker. You let it start to go, and then you take a stick of butter that you've melted down, and you baste the butter on there.
Yeah.
And then you just come out every half hour, 45 minutes, just put its own juices back on top of it.
Okay.
And let it come to its temperature.
Okay.
And it's delightful.
So
I will not lie.
What time are you putting that bird on the smoker on Thanksgiving Day?
It's probably a 3-hour smoke, 3.5-hour smoke. So
okay.
I'll put it on. The big thing about turkey, Matt, that you may not know.
I probably don't.
Is once it's cooked, it needs to sit for a while. Because if you cut it open when it's really hot, those juices will just run out of it.
Yeah, I can't have that.
And you're going to have dry turkey.
Don't want that.
So you need to let it cool significantly. So I leave mine wrapped in a foil pan with foil over it for like 3 hours.
Wow.
And it continues.
Like, do you do this like in the smoker itself, like turn the smoker off essentially? You take it out of the smoker in the foil pan and just like out on the countertop kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it stays warm in the foil. And then they say if you're going to leave it uncovered, it needs to be uncovered for like an hour to like cool. But I figure if I leave it in the foil for like 2 or 3 hours, it's fine.
Okay.
And then you carve it, and you should be able to touch it by hand. It's cooled enough, and yeah, you can really get some juicy meat doing it that way.
Okay. Well, if you would like to contact the show and get further tips about how to prepare a home run turkey, you can find us on X at VNSPod. You can email the show, variousandsunderpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook and on YouTube, and we would love for you to leave a 5-star rating. All right, John, let's talk some sports.
Yep.
Okay, so
Where do you want to start?
well, let's start with some college football.
Okay.
So Ohio State remains undefeated, beating Rutgers 42-9.
The great Jersey powerhouse.
In one of the it was a weird game that didn't have a lot of flow. Very strange. Ohio State was without its top 2 wide receivers, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, and they were clearly trying to work on the running game. And that team up north beat Maryland 45-20. And so that sets up this week's rivalry game in Ann Arbor at
number
noon.
18 Michigan versus number 1 Ohio State.
Yeah, I think Michigan will move up on the rankings. The rankings will be released on Tuesday night. So the night that this episode drops, that'll change. I think Michigan will probably move up a couple of spots.
So let's call it 15.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And there's still a path for them to actually get into the college football playoff. I think if they were to beat Ohio State,
that would help.
I think they would have a shot at getting an at-large bid.
Okay.
What's really funny is there's actually this there's a scenario where Ohio State and that team up north could play again next week in the Big Ten championship game.
I assume Indiana has to lose?
IU would have to lose to Purdue, and Oregon would have to lose to Washington.
Do you really think Indiana's going to lose to Purdue?
No, not a chance. Not a chance. No. So you realize, John, and I hate to even mention this,
Oh, boy.
in the lifetime of this podcast, Ohio State has not beaten the team up north.
So since January 1, 2020?
Well, they beat that team up north in November of 2019.
So
That's the last time.
Since COVID.
Correct. Now, that team up north canceled the game during the COVID season. So
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I realized that.
Oh, yeah. They completely ducked Ohio State because they would have gotten boat raced. And then that team up north has won in 21, 22, 23, and 24. So 4 straight. So if that happens again, John, this podcast might be over. If that team up north beats Ohio State again this year.
On Saturday. What time? Noon kickoff?
Yeah. It might be the end of the podcast. Because I would feel personally responsible that somehow our podcast is what's keeping Ohio State from winning that game.
So you're going on the record that if Michigan beats Ohio State, this is our last episode?
I'm not saying it's our last episode.
But before a year from now when they play again, it will be.
It might be. This might be the end of the podcast.
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
Any other upsets in college football we need to talk about?
No. Let's move to the NFL. College football. So always the Saturday, always the Saturday before Thanksgiving is when all of the SEC teams play cupcakes.
I saw that. Georgia had Charlotte, I think.
Yeah. Alabama's playing like Eastern Illinois. Not all the SEC. I guess Tennessee played Florida. Texas,
but still,
played
that's
Arkansas.
a 3-8 Florida team, right? I mean,
but I'm talking like the out-of-conference cupcake thing. Anyway, NFL.
Okay.
All right. So talk us through what happened with your Jets. So this is now the second week that
Mia
has had to experience a loss.
Thank goodness she slept through it. Let's see what. So the Jets have lost their 6th straight game when scoring first.
Okay. So obviously the lesson there is stop scoring first.
Yes. Now, I'd be interested to know how many games we lost in a row where we didn't score first.
Yeah. I mean, when you're consistently losing games, those kind of statistics.
And we have two wins, so I suppose this season we got scored on first and came back to win.
Sure.
However, we scored a touchdown. We played a good first half. We were up at the end of the first half, and we played Lamar Jackson tough.
Okay.
I do not think Lamar Jackson was himself.
Yes. I mean, he was just coming back from injury.
Yeah, throws did not look crisp. He looked tentative running. However, we were moving the ball on offense. We were running the ball well. Tyrod Taylor looked passable. I just think the team is not using the word rebuilding, but I will use that word.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to get buy-in, mental toughness. They're trying to create a foundation and a base around Aaron Glenn's personality.
Yeah.
And football ideas. And so I think we're getting there. Team's playing hard.
Okay.
However, we did not make great halftime adjustments, and they did. And I think two plays really turned the game. We went for it on 4th and 2 in our own territory.
All right.
Did not get it.
Okay.
And they went down and scored a touchdown, took the lead at that point. And then we were having a great drive, and Breece Hall, stretching out for a touchdown, got the ball knocked loose.
Yeah. Well.
And fumbled.
And that's why coaches tend to discourage that unless it's 4th down,
so,
right?
Correct. However, so it's not so much that he was reaching out and exposed the ball. It's that he had broken like 3 tackles and was like carrying 2 guys, and one guy was just holding on to the ball underneath him and ripped it. But he was trying to do too much.
Yeah.
And he was probably at the 3 or 4 yard line.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so he fumbled, and they went down and scored a touchdown off of that. And that was pretty much the game. So if we put up another 7 points on that drive, maybe you have a different outcome. Maybe you just have a closer game. But
okay.
So that's what happened there. They seem to be seeing some glimmers of hope.
Yeah.
It's very clear Justin Fields is not the guy.
Nope. And that's sad to me because I think he has the talent and had the possibility, and I think the Bears just ruined him. Utterly just ruined him, and the Jets have not been able to fix him. I think if he had been able to stay in Pittsburgh, and let's say that the Steelers had not signed Aaron Rodgers this year,
sure,
I think the Steelers might have been able to fix him because they're a good, strong franchise, and they've got good coaching. And
although their coach has to be in the hot seat. I mean, they're like 500 each of the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He's got to be on the hot seat.
Yeah. Careful what you wish for, though. Right? You give up something that's steady and maybe not spectacular, but
ultimately, you give the Steelers a really good quarterback, they're a playoff team.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's true.
I'm not sure that's true in New York right now.
No.
Either New York team.
Correct. The Giants almost beat the Lions yesterday.
Yeah.
Took them to overtime.
Jameis Winston.
Yes.
I'm balling. Do you remember that quote?
Yes.
They said, how do you feel about throwing 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions? Hey, listen, I'm out here balling.
Yeah. He's a character, that's for sure. We should probably note that the Browns beat the Raiders in the first start by Shedeur Sanders.
How do you play?
I think his numbers were very pedestrian. I think it was something like, 10 for 15 for like 180 yards or something. Like nothing spectacular. But
Cowboys came back to beat the Eagles?
Yeah, I turned that game off with the Eagles up 21-0.
Raiders fired their offensive coordinator?
Mr. Chip Kelly.
The Chipper?
Yeah. Who is now almost certainly going to be an offensive analyst for Ohio State now.
Okay.
He's going to go back. Not the offensive coordinator, an offensive analyst.
Bears beat the Steelers?
Yes. One other NFL note, Jackson Smith-Njigba is having an absurd year so far. We are 11 games into the season. And he has already set the single-season receiving yards record for the Seahawks at 1,350 yards or something like that, over 1,300 yards in 11 games. He's just been ridiculous. So nice to see that happening for him.
The Mets made a trade last night. I don't know if you saw this.
I did not.
Yeah, we traded Brandon Nimmo, our left fielder, who I call the happiest man in baseball.
Because?
Always smiling.
Okay.
Always sprints to first, even on a walk.
Okay.
And we traded him for...
Can't have that happy guy around.
So I think that's how people feel, right? I mean, there are some people that are just like, oh, my goodness, you traded the longest tenured Met right now. But, you know, when you've had...
It's a business.
It is. And they need to shake up the core a little bit, and this is one way to do it.
Yeah.
So they did trade him.
Okay.
For Marcus Simeon of the Texas Rangers.
All right. Any thoughts on your Knicks? I haven't paid any attention.
They seem to be in a win 2, lose 1 season stretch right now, which
if you continue that out, that's still a good season.
That's a playoff team, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's where we're at. Mitchell Robinson is playing, which is a positive thing. They were talking about trading for. I saw a news article about trading for. Oh, my goodness, the Dallas center was with the Lakers.
The Dallas – oh, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if that will happen. But you heard it here first if it does.
Because that's what we do. We break news. We break sports news.
Weekly on a podcast at the same time.
Yeah.
We break news.
Totally. We should highlight a couple things going on here on campus. The Grace women's soccer team advances to the third round of the NAIA national tournament. So that'd be it's the Sweet 16 round.
Nice.
And 4 Crossroads League teams made it to the Sweet 16.
The athletics in the Crossroads League is just very, very good.
Yeah. And then the men's basketball team remains undefeated. And last week, you were at this game.
I was at the game.
I watched it online. I was out of town.
Who did the play-by-play for you?
Well, Jake did the play-by-play, and he did it solo. I always do the color commentary.
Oh, you do color. My bad.
So Jake just did it solo. And I texted him afterwards, like, well, obviously you don't even need me. Like, I'm not sure why I even show up. But so during that game, during that win against the Taylor Trojans, Ian Rosh scored 34 points. He was 13 of 13 from the field. Didn't miss a shot from the field, including 5 for 5 from 3.
He had a great game.
Yeah. The only shots he missed were 2 free throws. He was 3 or 5 from the free throw line. Of all things to miss, he misses 2 free throws.
Well, one was a flagrant one? Because he got hit in the head.
Yes.
And one of them he missed on that.
Yeah. I mean, the most impressive was at the end of the first half, his brother Tyler blocked a shot that Ian picked up the loose ball, dribbled the length of the floor, pulled up from like 5 feet behind the three-point line as the buzzer was about to expire, and knocked down a triple. That was an impressive play.
Yeah. There was a lot of momentum after that.
Yeah. So the Grace men's basketball team is in good shape. So last poll, they were ranked number 4. The next one will come out soon, I think, and they should move up because the number 1 team, you know, who was ranked number 1?
It was Indiana Wesleyan.
It was Indiana Wesleyan, and they lost.
Who'd they lose to?
Taylor.
What?
At Taylor on Saturday. Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
And we stomped on St. Francis's throats on Saturday.
We did. Yeah. So, all right, John, let's move on to our main topic. So we're done with the heretics. We're done. We're just done with them. We've pushed them off to the rubbish bin of history, and now we're moving on to the kind of hard hitting topics that our audience has come to expect from us.
Yeah, next week do we start Advent?
Yeah.
Okay. This feels like a buffer episode between now and Advent.
It kind of is. Yeah. Yes. So this week we are doing our Mount Rushmore of sitcoms.
Okay. So 2 questions. Mount Rushmore is normally 4.
Correct. So we'll have honorable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah. But
are we collaborating on the Mount Rushmore, or are we each having our own?
Each having our own.
Because that's how real Mount Rushmore works. We all create our own. And then second, how are we defining sitcom?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at your list, and everything I see on there I think qualifies as a sitcom.
Okay. 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And situational comedy is what it stands for, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because I think some people would argue that shows and I don't agree with this, but shows where you do sort of this thing happens, let's take one of the characters off the side for like an interview to talk about what just happened, is not a sitcom. But as its
Give me
own,
an example of
The Office, or
you don't think The Office is a sitcom then?
I did not say that. I would say some people would argue that.
Okay. I think that's very much a sitcom. I think I would say that
I agree with you.
That part of I think it has to be 30 minutes. I think
it's got to be 30 minutes.
I think if you
can't have an hour.
If you push it beyond, then you've got something else.
Yep.
You might still have a comedy, but you don't have a sitcom.
I don't know very many comedies that can go an hour.
That's true. All right. So as I look at our list, we have one shared.
So
now I'm guessing you might have looked at my list, which was done first, and maybe
I chose different ones, but I wasn't going to give you that top billing alone.
Yeah, I mean, so let's just start. We can agree that Seinfeld is in fact
the greatest
sitcom of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. So I'm curious because Seinfeld ended its actual run when you would have been like 9? It ended in 98.
98, I would have been 10.
Okay. So you weren't watching Seinfeld when it was in production?
No. Mine would have been TBS reruns.
Yeah.
The CDs, those sorts of things. My parents or my mom loved Seinfeld.
Okay.
My dad famously does not like sitcoms.
Scott Sloat doesn't like Seinfeld? What?
Famously.
What?
Famously. He does not like any sitcoms. It's not just Seinfeld. He doesn't like any of them.
So does he not like comedies in general, like comedy movies or like comedians?
I've never seen him watch a comedian. I don't think he's watched anything on this list.
Okay. Interesting.
I was about to name one. I was like, well, maybe this, but I don't think so.
Okay.
He's a big, give him an action show or I used to be able to, when I was a kid, I used to get him to watch the Justice League with me.
Okay.
Like the cartoon Justice League.
Yeah.
But not Seinfeld.
Interesting. Okay. So we don't want to spend too long on this because we could do the whole episode on how great Seinfeld is. But in your mind, what is it about Seinfeld that stands out? Or what are some of the things that stand out? It doesn't have to be the one thing, but
so the petty silliness of lots of it, and how things tie together. So, and just how haphazard everything is. Like everything seems real stitched together at the like now as stories are coming out. I don't know if you saw this recently, but Jerry was on the Rich Eisen show, which is a sports show.
Yeah.
And he did an interview, and they asked him about the marine biologist episode.
Yeah.
Did you see this interview?
I did. I saw that clip. I didn't see the whole interview, but I saw the clip you're talking about.
So the clip was that they had Kramer hitting golf balls into the ocean.
Yeah.
George saving a whale in the ocean, but
while pretending to be a marine biologist.
Correct, but not connecting the two.
Yeah.
And that ending script they came up with the night before.
Yes.
And Jerry walked in, handed the script to Jason Alexander.
Yeah.
Memorize this. We're shooting it in 30 minutes.
Yeah. The speech he gives at the end about the sea being angry.
The sea was angry that day, my friends.
Like an old man trying to return soup in a deli.
Exactly. And that, to me, is like the epitome of a Seinfeld episode, right? Yeah. Is these disparate storylines that sort of arch together in this really come and tie together in this really funny way.
Yes.
And it was just done at the last minute like that.
Yeah.
That
to me, that's where when Seinfeld episodes started doing that, that's where it started hitting its sweet spot of here's 3 separate storylines. That at the beginning, you're like, how do these even remotely relate to each other? They're completely separate. And then by the end, you're like, oh my gosh, they pulled them all together into this climactic moment where it's like they all collided.
They do that, or they do the parking garage episode.
Yes.
Where they're just trying to find their car in a parking garage and they can't do it.
Or the Chinese restaurant.
Or the Chinese restaurant.
The classic one.
That's the other one.
That's the first one that they did. And I actually read something recently where I think it was maybe Jason Alexander was saying when they filmed it, NBC hated the episode.
I'm not surprised.
Nothing happens. And Larry David was like, well, that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, it's the point of them being stuck in this Chinese restaurant waiting for a table. But the show is just genius about taking simple little things about life and then it's blowing them up into this big thing.
Have you ever had a moment where you went, I'm basically in a Seinfeld episode right now?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You know, it could be
I'm living a Seinfeld episode right now.
TSA line, could be at a restaurant, could be anywhere.
Yes.
And you just go, I am living out a Seinfeld episode.
Yes. I have that thought every time I approach a rental car counter.
You know how to take the reservation.
But you don't know how to hold the reservation. And that's really the most important point.
Anybody be taking them.
Okay, so we've agreed on Seinfeld. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So top 4 then.
Okay.
All right. So go with your next one here. Now you don't have to put these in this order, but
okay. I also feel the need to go I do not endorse everything in these shows.
Of course. Yes. Yes.
So I will say your list has more of a 80s, 90s, 2000s feel.
Uh-huh.
And because of that, I moved most of mine into more of the modern era.
Yeah.
But I'll throw out this one. This is one that's on TV now, Abbott Elementary.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
I've seen advertisements for it, but I haven't seen it, no.
It is about an inner city school that is low on funding and the teachers interact, and it is a majority black school. It is just, Matt is just funny.
Okay.
My favorite character is the liberal white guy who talks about systemic racism every moment he gets.
Okay.
And all of the black teachers just go, will you shut up? My goodness. You know,
give it a rest.
And I just love that character and the fact that they do that to him and that ABC allows that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's a great show. It's still running. I think they're in season 4 right now. Some great characters. They're starting to get in ads and things as their characters. Very, very funny.
All right. Very good. For my number 2, I'm going to go with Parks and Rec.
Yeah, it's a good show.
That's a go-to for Kate and I. Love it. And I think...
When did that go off air?
2015? 15. That sounds about right. Somewhere in there. And I think it to me, it's because of the characters. I so enjoy Ron Swanson and Andy Dwyer and April Ludgate. And it's just, I think the characters are just great. Parks and Rec for me would be number 2. I don't know. That's one you enjoy. You just didn't put it on. Now, in a vacuum, would you put that on your list?
It'd probably been up. It'd probably been in my top 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, I have 8 there currently. It would have been in my top 8 for sure.
Yep. All right. What's your next one?
I'm going to go with Modern Family.
All right.
Did you ever get into this show?
No. I've seen clips and...
It is one of the more original sitcoms that I think I've seen.
Yeah.
So it's about this family and the 3 sort of different types of families that exist and how they interact.
Okay.
So they all live in L.A. They all live within 15 minutes of one another. And there's sort of the common nuclear family over here with husband, wife, 3 kids. There's the grandfather who's divorced their mother, who is crazy, and married this very beautiful Latino woman. However, she has a kid that comes with her.
Okay.
And so it's about him moving into retirement with a child.
Okay.
And so it creates an interesting dynamic. And then there's a gay couple as well who have adopted a child, and they're all related and how they interact, and they do some really, really funny stuff.
Okay.
That's another ABC show.
Gotcha. Yes, I think I've seen clips, but I've not actually seen a whole episode. Next for me, again, I don't think this will surprise anybody, but I'm going to go with The Office.
Yeah, that one would have definitely been in my top 4.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is part of the imaginative framework of our college students when they come in. For the vast majority of them. It's declining a little bit now.
Because it moved off Netflix.
Right. But, yeah, I think, I do think the show, once Michael Scott left, once Steve Carell playing Michael Scott left, I think it went down a little bit in terms of quality.
Could you make The Office today?
I don't know, because you go back and you watch some of those episodes and they poke fun at things that you're like, I don't know that these censors would allow, that the network would allow.
Diversity Day.
Yeah. Just things you're just like, I just don't know that they'd allow that. So, okay, what do you got next?
I'll go Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I have, until I bailed during the last season because it got so political.
Yes, it did.
I mean, just overbearing. Like, I can tolerate the occasional, political moment and that kind of stuff. But it became just overwhelmingly political. Everything was.
So that's interesting, because I think Parks and Rec went off in 2015.
Yeah.
Office went off in 2012?
Something like
2013?
that. Probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And they sort of got out between that 2016 to 2020 time where things just got all political. Brooklyn Nine-Nine did not avoid that in the same way.
Right. And then it went all in on it.
Yeah.
All in.
On that last episode, on that last season.
Yeah, we stopped. Leading up to that, there were some really great episodes and seasons in there. But
it was a really funny cop show, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. So my fourth one, and I lingered. The first 3 were easy for me.
Yeah.
The fourth one was a tough one to figure out. I went with Frasier.
Mm-hmm.
In part because Kate and I rewatched it again recently. And I felt like this holds up. Like it still holds up today. And I love the fact that it's got an intellectual twist to it, but it's regularly mocked. And some of his like overbearing, like overly psychologically and analytic, approach to life is basically mocked in the midst of that, which I appreciate. So, have you watched Frasier?
I've never watched Frasier.
Oh man,
so I can picture the guy.
Yeah.
The bald guy.
Why am I blanking on the actor's name? Gosh, that's going to drive me crazy. And I'm sure our listeners who've watched Frasier are like, "You're a moron, Doc. You can't think of that." Like, it'll come to me. But yeah, Frasier. Frasier is the fourth. Okay, what about you?
Oh, you want me to do one more?
Have you done 4?
I think so.
1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. So why don't you list off ones that didn't make the top 4 but were honorable mention?
Oh my goodness, on my list here.
Yeah.
So I again do not endorse everything in these shows.
Of course, yes.
New Girl. You seen New Girl?
I have not, but my daughter-in-law is a big fan of the show.
Okay. There's one Jewish character in there that's hilarious to me.
Okay.
Superstore. You ever seen Superstore?
I've seen ads for it, but I've not watched it. No.
Okay. It has. I would say it has seasons that are good and seasons that are less good.
Okay.
Big Bang Theory.
Again, seen plenty of clips, but never watched a full episode.
It feels like the last great sitcom.
Okay. Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer.
That's
yeah.
who it is. Okay, I had to. I strapped. Okay.
Big
Anyway.
Bang Theory. Abbott Elementary's entering that space for me as a great sitcom.
Okay.
But Big Bang Theory is probably the last great one.
All right.
And then How I Met Your Mother was a classic long-running one that ended poorly.
Yeah, I've never seen that one either. I've, again, seen plenty of clips. But so on my list that was honorable mention, The Cosby Show. Now, I know Bill Cosby is obviously a problematic person, but man, that was like legendary 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Late 80s, mid 80s, really.
It even did pretty well through the 90s and 2000 until he went down.
Well, yeah.
And then it pretty much got pulled from air.
And Cheers. I mean, Cheers is classic.
I've never watched Cheers.
Yeah. It's got some classic characters in there. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I've watched a few episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will Smith when he was like a rapper and then like a comedy actor before he was like Mr. like serious actor / action star. So, and there's even a couple episodes where Donald Trump makes a cameo, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. yeah. Friends. Yeah. I think that's like not quite onto the Rushmore, but it's in the in the honorable mention.
It's certainly in our world. It's up there. Like if you were polling, not just the two of us, and we're polling other, it's probably up there with Seinfeld and The Office.
Sure. Yep. And one that doesn't get as much love, but everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah, I love it. We still watch Everybody Loves Raymond. It would have been on my list if it wasn't on yours.
Okay. They have some like reunion show coming up, I think.
Yeah, 30 years. 30 years.
And I don't know if everybody – I mean the guy that played Raymond's dad is passed away. O'Boyle was his last name. But I don't know if everybody else is going to be part of the show.
The
mom.
grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
But great show. And – I think it was a little bit of a fantasy of Ray Romano. There we go.
Yeah. Ray Barone was his character.
That's right.
Yeah.
To live out playing a
sports writer. In New York. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those were the ones that kind of made the honorable mention, but didn't quite make them out.
Yeah.
So, but there you go. Well, that was something different.
That was something different for sure.
Yeah. Who knows if people will like that? But if you're a new listener, that's not typically what we do.
Yeah.
We do like one entertainment episode a year, right? Probably.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway. Time now for This Day in Sports History.
All right, This Day in Sports History, November the 25th, 2025, 1951, Cleveland Browns halfback, Dub Jones.
What a name.
Yeah.
Got to be a nickname.
Got to be. Ties the NFL record for most touchdowns in the game with 6, 4 rushing, 2 catching, in a 42-21 win over the Chicago Bears at Cleveland Stadium.
There you go.
Back when
Dub Jones.
Back when the Browns were a powerhouse.
Yes.
1979, Pat Summerall and John Madden broadcast a game together for the first time, a pairing that lasts 22 years and becomes one of the most well-known partnerships in TV sports broadcasting history.
So do you remember them as a broadcast duo? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were on till
that would have been 2001.
99, right?
Well, 22 plus, it would have been 2001 then.
2001?
Yeah,
I certainly remember them.
And now on Thanksgiving Day, they actually have named like a Madden award kind of thing.
Yeah, the six-legged turkey.
Yeah, the turducken.
Is it the turducken or do they do a six-legged turkey?
I can't remember which one they do now.
Okay.
Because he was big for the turducken. You ever had a turducken?
Never.
We had it one year for Thanksgiving. No, for Christmas, actually. It's Christmas. Yeah, so a duck stuffed inside of a chicken stuffed inside of a turkey.
How was that?
It was disappointing, to be honest. Like, it wasn't as good as I was hoping.
Okay. Well, maybe they needed to let it rest longer.
Maybe.
1987, Pakistan cricket leg spin bowler Abdul Qadir?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Takes a 9-56 against England in the first test at Lahore. Best figures by a Pakistani and by any bowler against England. I feel like I did pretty well there.
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
2018, Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers sets NFL single-game record, completing 25 straight passes in a 45-10 win versus the Arizona Cardinals. Mark, why does it say Mark Brunell and David Carr here?
Because it's talking about who held the record before. So Mark Brunell and David Carr shared the record at 22.
That surprises me because, I missed there was another line there.
Yeah.
Mark Brunell and David Carr shared the record at 22. That surprises me. Mark Brunell and David Carr, not known as great quarterbacks.
Correct. I realize I put one out of order here because the next one's going to go back a year. My apologies.
2017.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins rushes for 101 yards and a touchdown to lead Ohio State over Michigan in a 31-20 win in Ann Arbor.
There you go. J.K. all day.
Before we started the pod.
Yep.
2019, Baltimore second-year quarterback Lamar Jackson becomes the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 3,000 passing yards and rush for 1,500 yards in his first 2 NFL seasons as the Ravens beat the Rams.
There you go.
45-6.
Okay. All right, so who do you like out of that? You got Dub Jones. You got John Madden. I know you're not going to go with Abdul Qadir. You got Phillip Rivers, you got J.K. Dobbins, and you got Lamar Jackson.
Mark Brunell a choice here?
No.
I'm probably partial to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that.
Okay.
Let's do that. One thing you liked.
All right. I am going to bring up a spot in Fort Wayne that I had a meeting at this last week, and it was straight up delightful. Electric Works. Have you been to Electric Works in Fort Wayne?
I'm not familiar with this, no.
Okay, so Electric Works in Fort Wayne is there's an old General Electric plant in Fort Wayne that goes back to it's an 1800s building.
All right.
It's such an old building that the roof originally did not have plumbing, and so to get water into the building, they had a concave roof.
Okay.
To funnel water into some sort of reservoir in the middle of the building. Anyway, but it is there's a number of buildings on the campus, but they have meeting space. Steel Dynamics has an office there. Do It Best has its offices there. There's a number of offices there, and then there's like a food hall where they have a sandwich shop, a sushi shop.
Wow.
Set up for you to go get lunch. And you can rent rooms. I even went up on the roof. They have a beautiful rooftop where you can look around and see all of Fort Wayne.
Nice.
And by the way, Fort Wayne has a ton of churches, just the spires.
Yes.
And you just start counting 1, 2. And I'm standing up there going, goodness, let's hope a hot air balloon does not come down near here. Because these churches are going to take out this hot air balloon.
There you go.
So the Electric Works, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Electric Works, okay.
I'm told they have a great farmer's market. I have not been there.
Okay.
But worth your time.
Very good. All right, so last week I was in Boston for the Evangelical Theological Society annual meeting / conference.
And you were just slumming it, right? No papers, no responses?
I did not present anything. That is correct.
Wow.
So for the first time in 5 years, I did not present something. So it was nice just to sit in some sessions and reconnect with friends.
Anybody interesting you met with that you want to tease pod listeners with?
I mean, I'm trying to think. Anybody that – well, I did see – this was interesting. I saw a couple of 3 alum actually.
Really?
Yes. So Kim Kroll.
Okay.
Danny Mack.
Danny Mack was there. Oh.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Good to chat with him. And then Michael McKay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So good to see them and reconnect. So yeah. And it was in downtown Boston in Marriott's Copley Place. And so the hotel is connected directly to a high-end mall and then had walkways to other hotels and that sort of stuff, which is nice when it's, in the 40s in November in Boston.
Sure.
So, yeah, it was a good week. Good to connect with friends and brainstorm some projects, and
Nice.
we'll see what comes of some of those.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is my one thing I liked. All right, John, we have talked some college and pro football. We have talked our Mount Rushmore of sitcoms. We have talked about Pat Summerall and John Madden. We have talked about Electric Works. And we have talked about the Evangelical Theological Society annual meeting. And so I think, by definition, we have covered our various and sundry topics. And so all that's left to say is, until next time, the Lord bless y'all real good.
Later.